Alright, this short video is going to explain how to evaluate expressions. An algebraic expression is a mathematical sentence that can contain numbers, variables, and operations. Examples of this include x plus y, 3x, 27 divided by z, and some of these have only variables and some have a combination of numbers and variables. You could also use x to the second power, or x squared as an example. Evaluating algebraic expressions involves substituting values or numbers for variables and performing the operations involved. For example, a plus b is an expression. If I said a equals 2 and b equals 3, you could substitute in 2 for a, 3 for b, say 2 plus 3 equals 5. That's evaluating an expression. And sometimes evaluating expressions is rather simple. Other times it gets a little difficult. And in this case we have a minus b for our expression. If I say a is equal to negative 3 and b is equal to negative 12, then this expression gets a little bit more complicated because now you need to know how to use positive and negative numbers along with subtraction. But it still works the same way. You still substitute in negative 3 for a, minus negative 12 for b, but you now notice that you have a slightly more complicated problem. So negative 3 minus negative 12, I'm going to change this into negative 3 plus the opposite of negative 12 is a positive 12, and now this becomes a little bit more simpler. Negative 3 plus 12 is different signs difference. 12 minus 3 is 9. And I take the sign from the larger value, which in this case is the 12, which is a positive. So that would make my answer positive 9. Another example is a times b. In this case, we could say that a is equal to negative 7 and b is equal to negative 3. And again, substituting those numbers in is negative 7. And usually parentheses are used when you're multiplying and evaluating expressions. So times a negative 3, negative 7 times negative 3, two negatives make a positive, you get a positive 21. Now some of these can get a little bit more complicated as well with the expression. For example, if we have a plus b over c, we need to know three values. We need to know what a equals, what b equals, and what c equals. So if we say, well, let's say a equals 4 and b equals 6 and c equals 5, we can substitute those in and come up with an answer. The first step is always to substitute the variable or the values in for the variables. So 4 plus 6, 4 is for a, 6 is b, divided by 5, which is c. And then you just simplify. In this case, I'm going to simplify the top. 4 plus 6 is 10 divided by 5, which equals 2. So again, evaluating this expression makes 2. And one more example. This one's a little bit more complicated. Square root of c minus parentheses b plus a. And again, if we say, let's say a is equal to 2, b is equal to 7, and c is equal to 4, we should be able to substitute these in with little problem. So rewriting the expression, square root of 4, because that's the value of c, minus parentheses b, 7, plus 2 for a. And then from there I can simplify. Do my parentheses. 7 plus 2 is 9. And square root of 4 minus 9. Well, square root of 4 is 2, so 2 minus 9. And here's where you again are subtracting a larger number from a smaller number, so I'll quickly just say that's adding the opposite. Different signs, difference. 9 minus 2 is 7, but I'm going to take the negative from my 9 to make this a negative 7.